Good morning, class. Please take out your notebook, your Chromebook, and a pencil. Today, we're going to learn about animals. How would you like it if someone spoke to you like this every single day? Doesn't sound like fun, does it? Well, this is what some kids go through every single day of their life because they are simply labeled as being ESL. I think I've mentioned this before. Growing up, I was in the ESL program. I've been working with ESL students for the past 9 years of my life. ESL simply stands for English as a Second Language, which means or refers to any student whose native language or primary language was a language other than English. Being in the ESL program does not mean you are dumb, does not mean you are behind. It simply means you need a little extra help or learn in a different way. Kind of like special ed, but we're not going to go there right now. So some ways that I've learned in the past 9 years to help students in the ESL program is to simply listen to them. You need to relate to the student. I actually have a list here from my yellow handbook, which is ESL. And on page 29, there are different ideas for modifying assignments or any other work that an ESL student would have to do to help them become more successful. One of the most important ways to assist an ESL student and to helping them become more successful is to relate whatever the topic is that you're learning about or that you're teaching as a teacher to whatever the student has learned in their native country. I think that is the most valuable way to help a student be more successful. They will pay more attention, be more interested, and obviously care more about the subject. Another way that you can help a student become more successful is to reduce the number of items in which the student is responsible for. So, for instance, if there are 20 vocabulary words that need to be memorized by Friday and it's Monday morning, simply pick out 10 words for the student to be responsible for. Another way is to pair them up with more than one person, more than one student. If there is group work, if a ELL student is in one of the groups, there should be more than 2 other students in the group to help them be more successful. Another great thing that I also allow my students to do is open book test. I allow them to use their notes. I will not give them their notes to work, or I will not give them my notes that I took in class. They are simply responsible for working off of their notes, so it gives them a little more knowledge if they are actually listening in class, writing down their own notes, and working off of that. I think one of the other things, I should probably go back to my beginning statement. A lot of teachers, and I've heard this working in an ESL classroom, in the classroom where there are ESL students, I have heard the teacher speak exactly like I was speaking at the beginning and think that is the proper way to work or to teach an ESL student. That is not the proper way. What you can do is rephrase your words. So if you are saying pairs, say 2 or more than 1, or simply rephrase whatever you're trying to teach them. Don't just speak slower and louder and think that's the proper way for a student to learn or to be more successful. Another thing that I think also helps ESL students is if they are, for instance, working on a test or working on an assignment, if there is a fill in the blank, don't just assume that they will remember the word because they probably will not. Vocabulary words are hard enough as they are for English speakers, let alone ESL students. Give them a word bank. Allow them to work off of that. Give them more opportunities to learn. Also, I think the last one, and I think this is also a very important point, is to not just assume the student learned or knows what you were talking about by them nodding when you ask. Don't look for the okay. Maybe have them rephrase what you are talking about or what the question was. I think these are some great tips into how to assist and better allow students to be successful.